happy Sunday. Just wait for this to load up and see how it goes. Finished been on the sauce by the looks of it. And the advert's on. If you don't have a black eye, Vinny, it's a hangover. Yeah, it's true, like, absolutely true. Let's get that, see where we're at. Yeah, we're alright, well, we'll be there. Are we in? Yeah, that's alright. Morning, happy Sunday, hope everyone's okay. How's your Sunday going? How's it looking? How's the weekend going for you guys? Are you going all right? Hope you're having a good week as well. I've just had the dog out this morning, early actually. I was up about 7:30 this morning. I was out with the dog, and I do 5k every day with the dog, and it wears him out and sets him up for the day. And he's been a weird one. When we first got him, because he was born in the pound, he always had this syndrome. It's like a possession syndrome, where he'll protect his food or he'll protect something. Because you know when they go in there and they feed a litter of egg, let's say, they're all fighting for the food. So he's got this possession thing going on. And we've took it out of him over the years. He's nearly 4 now, so we saw that. So anyway, I was looking for a walk today, and I have him on his lead. He's off his lead till he gets to the end of our lawn, and then when he gets onto the street, he's on the lead. And there's a really quiet road that I take him down, which is about 1.5 miles long. I got him halfway down there, and he's sniffing around in the bushes. Next thing you know, he's got something in his mouth, and it's like a dead rabbit or dead rat. Like, he's been dead for a long time, and it's about this big, and he's got it in his mouth, hanging out of his mouth. The trouble is then that he's got, like, with him being part staff, he's got like locked jaw syndrome, so he's just got it and he's not letting go. So I didn't really want to put my hands near it, but I tried. I got the growl, like, get off, this is mine. So I'm like, oh. So I carried on walking, thinking that the moment he drops it, I'll kick it away. Wouldn't let go, wouldn't drop it. And he's got slaver just coming down, drop off his cheeks as well, off his jowls. So I knew that at the end of the street, there's the bins in Spain, they put the big bins at the end of the streets, and I knew there was one there. I thought, what I'll do, sound could be better. That's interesting, Tricia. Let's see if I can turn this up then. Tell you what, I'm just going to spin you around a little bit, just see, because sometimes it's this blinking new phone that does it for me. Let's try this. I think it was the phone. I think the phone just drops the sound box right out. Let's have a quick. Something going on here with this phone. That's better. Yeah, I think that's better. So anyway, what's happening is that he wouldn't let go. He wouldn't let go of this rat or rabbit in his mouth. So I took him. That better, thanks, Mike. I took him to the bins, and I thought if I hang around the bins literally for 10 minutes, if I hang him around the bins, thanks, Tricia. What I thought I'd do, he'd drop it, and then once he's dropped it, I'll just kick it away, because normally he goes and sniffing around the bins, and he just wouldn't drop it. He wouldn't drop it in the slightest, and it's just, I've got to see if the sound's any better on this. Bit of an echo, isn't there? There's a bit of an echo. I'm having an issue. Shall we just check the sound on Mark? Just go on to Just Rick and check it for us, will you? Gone quiet again. What is going on with this phone, man? This phone is just like playing up on me all the time at the moment. Gone quiet again. How weird's that? The sound's up. What's funny? I'm saying the cheese and crackers slobber everywhere. So I had to bring him all the way back to the house with this. I couldn't take him through the town. I couldn't, because normally you take a left and go up the hill and you go into the town. You think, yeah, it could be. Do you think I'll just, if I spin it, it's gone quiet again. It's fine when I turn the phone around. Let's give it that one. It's just echoing in the kitchen. You think it's just, is that what it is, do you think?
Yes, it's off for me. I think that's all it is.
You think that's what it is? I'll try that. So all I've done is I've turned the phone round. Is that a better sound? Yeah, I think that's a better sound. Yeah, it's just, I've had a brand new phone, and it's just trying to work out how to get this phone working to its best ability, and it's still new. I've got an issue with microphones as well. I'll talk to you about that in a bit. But thank you very much for joining. And I had to bring the dog back to the house. I couldn't take him left up into the village, because if I took him left up into the village, he's going to be walking through a Sunday morning village, everybody just like pottering around, and he's got this dead thing coming out of his mouth. So I had to turn back round and come back, and he just wouldn't let go. So I got him to the house, And I thought, you know what it is? I've got one of these litter picker up things, you know, like the guns. And I went to the fridge, got the ham, got some sausages for him. And I went out looking for him, and he's at the house, and he's like at the back of the house, and he's like guarding this thing. And I come near him, he's like trying to shoot off, and he's like, just like having him back as a puppy, he'd regressed again. So I just went, right, I got this sausage, and I offered it him, and he looks at it a little bit, so I snapped it into a couple of pieces. So he put the thing down, took the sausage, and went straight back for it again. So I got another one, and again, he put it down, and as he went for the sausage, I just held it off a little bit more for him, and I had to pick it up with the litter picker, and then high that up in the air, give him the sausage, he's back, that was gone. And I've had to like hoy this off the land, otherwise he'd be straight on it. So in the meantime, Shelley's fast asleep. And because Shelley's fast asleep, normally what happens is that he comes in off his walk, goes straight into the bedroom, jumps on the bed, and just relaxes, and then Shelley gets up, she's like, oh, morning, how are you? And the dog starts licking all over the face, and I thought, I can't do that. So I've had to shut the door on Shelley. And I just went, just had to explain to her what's going on. So he's in the bad books at the moment, he's Rolo, he's in the bad books. But that's what's been going on. Let's have a go. Thank you very much for giving us the sound check, guys. Honestly, I'm coming to my wit's end with this phone a little bit at the moment. It's just it's not working to the way I need it to work. Let's have a look. So it is to do with the position the microphone will be. Thank Carl. Hi, Carl. By the way, hope you're doing okay, mate. Alan Fraser's on chatting in there. We were chatting in the Discord group earlier. Craig is going up to Glasgow, isn't he? Let's have all night, mate. Everyone in chatting. Normally go to Tandoori Hut in Las Americas for a curry. Can anyone recommend a place for me to try? Thanks all. Mike, I was chatting with Anne and David yesterday, and they were mentioning about Tandoori Hut in Los Cris, because they said the views, if you book and get the views look amazing in Los Cris. Shelley's a big fan of Star of Bengal. I know somebody who's a big fan of Delhi Darbar, which is near San Eugenio area. So there's a couple in there that are coming up at the moment. Victoria, hi. Yeah, I'm very well, thank you. I'm actually all right. Good today, really good today. The shingle seems to have slowly starting to wash itself out now. So I stopped taking the medicine about 3 days ago for shingles, so I'm doing all right on that one. Let's have a look. The Fly Pfeiffer. Try mancha tikka and tacos in Fanny Bay, somewhere different. That's a good one. Hi Maurice, how you doing? Hi, sorry I'm late on parade, but I've been listening to Joe Bonamassa, brilliant music. Joe Bonamassa, I've never heard of him. Joe Bonamassa. Let's have a look. Joe Bonamassa. Joe Bonamassa. All right, okay. I'll have a listen to them. I'll leave them on the screen now and have a look at that another time. Thanks, Maurice. Somebody else sent me an email yesterday. I think it was Gary and Sam. Oh, the wrong thing. Come off there. They sent me an email yesterday about a Glasweek, somebody in Glasgow, no, a group that they were listening to, and said I need to check them out. So I'll have a look at that. Rolo he's running around the house now. He's out on the land again, just over there somewhere, just running around. Craig still sitting waiting for the train. So have a look. Good tunes. I'll have a listen. Yeah, I've never heard of him. I've never heard of him at all. The week's been good for us actually. I've had a decent week. It's been all right. It's been watching a bit of the football. Has anybody seen? Have you seen the Dutch fans at the moment? And they're in Germany and they're all doing it's like an earthquake that they're creating. It's a party song from about 8 years ago called Links Rechts, which is left, right, that's what it means. And what they do is there's a guy normally on stage and he's like, all that party goes, and to left, and they all just run to the left, and to the right, and they all run to the right. And they've got the football crowds are doing it, and it looks absolutely brilliant. If you go and have a look at that it's all over TikTok this morning, but if you have a look at that on YouTube, you'll see that as well. Just put in Links Rechts. I'll type it in to have a look at it, so if you can have a look. So Links Rechts. It's actually 2 words, but the song's actually in 1 word, and it looks like that. And it's really funny. If you go and have a look at the live ones that they do, don't look at the video itself, because that's garbage. But when he does live on stage performing, it's really, really good. Come on, Scotland tonight, let's do this, mate. You know what it is? No Scotland, no party. That's the truth. I think it's very commendable. You've been more exciting to watch than England, that's for sure. And that's been some of the excuses that's coming out from Gareth Southgate. It's just like, I've never, ever, ever been a fan of Gareth Southgate. I think he fell into the job, if I can remember right correctly, he fell into the job after Sam Allardyce. Didn't get sacked, but left after one game because of stuff. And he fell into the job, and they've given him the job, and I think he plays the most boring football with they've got the most attacking strike force, most probably the best one in the world, and he's just like wasting it. I put on Facebook, I think it says it's like Gareth Southgate's like a caravan on the back of a Bugatti. I say he's just crazy. Morning all, Sunday chilling with the boys, and any ladies here for support. Nice one, Neil. Craig went to see him earlier in the year at Blackpool, fantastic concert. I've been watching a lot on TikTok about the past history of the missing young man, Jay. Yeah, it's a bit of a tough one, that, isn't it, Vinny? A bit of a tough one, that. Do you know what it is? I put on TikTok, I put on Facebook, I don't want to wish harm on anybody. Anybody on this planet, I don't want to wish any harm. Let's just hope he's found, because it's they're looking in the wrong place. Let's put it that way. But let's hope he's found. Let's hope he's found. Dog's just coming. Let's hope he's found. Just remember about the dog, Shelley. Eugene's on. Hi, Rick, and happy Sunday. Hi, Eugene. How are you, mate? How are you doing? Hope you're doing okay. What best fan group you've seen? What, Scotland? You know it is. You're there though. You're there, Mike. You're there. I'm not actually not a big football fan. I do like football, but I think I talked about this last week. I genuinely, I think I'm a reader of people. And when I watch the England match, you can see within 10 minutes. We watched the last England match, and we watched it at the Hoppies. And after 25 minutes, we needed to go shopping as well. And after 25 minutes, we went, let's just go home. Let's go home and go shopping. After 25 minutes, it's irrelevant what's going to happen in the next 25 minutes because they're boring. It's boring to watch. I don't want to see it. So we actually left, went shopping, came home, and watched the last half an hour of the match here. And it was a predictable result. And finally, the punditry are stepping up and telling it for what it is. Gary Lineker said it was garbage. Alan Shearer said it was woeful. You know, Roy Keane always says what it is. So I think it's hopefully. And they came out with that excuse about saying we haven't got Calvin Phillips. And then when that came out, there's a guy on TikTok called Mark Goldridge, who's a Man United commentator from the fans. He absolutely destroyed him. It's just the guy's not got a clue. And the best meme I saw was Gareth Southgate got his arm around Gallagher, and he's going. Gareth Southgate says to Gallagher, right? So you know what you want? You know what you need to do. Gallagher turns around and goes, no. He goes, neither do I, but go and say hi to Jude for me. And that's about it, really. But that's football, man. It'll highs to highs and lows to lows. You know, and if we win it, we won't win it pretty, which is, I think, is the worst thing as well. England fans run to the left and to the right, but that's just because they're trying to leave the stadium. Absolutely. England have tremendous players, but Southgate keeps the shackles on. 100%. I think it was told, I think one of them actually leaked it a little bit, that they said when they get the goal, they sit back. And in a roundabout way, he actually said that. Craig, it's been a decent week. Weekend up north here. Weekend in Lossiemouth. Seen red arrows 3 times, right at side of runway. Spectacular sight. Now we have warmer weather. Where is Lossiemouth? I've heard of that before. Let's have a look. Lossiemouth. I've seen it on maps. Oh, it's beautiful. Lossiemouth is beautiful by the looks of it. On a map. Is that on the NC 500 route? Oh, it's not. No, I don't think it's as far. Oh, it could be. It's way up north, that one. That's lush. Looks really nice. Let's have a look. The stadium. One weather. Something's definitely not right with that young lad. Seems a total scam, in my opinion. Yes. I'll tell you what, I'm only going to say a couple of things about this now, and that's it, right? For me, you've got a lot of people on the island who think they know Tenerife, and then you've got the actual Tenerife itself. The people that you've seen on the island who think they know about Tenerife could not be further from the truth. They're so far off the mark, it's absolutely ridiculous what they think's going on, where they're searching, etc. I've been chatting with Kevin, whose name is, full enough, Scotsman in Tenerife, about this, and decided not to do anything about it because I think it's absolutely scandalous and abhorrent that somebody wants to make a video and profit off somebody else's misery. and it just shows the people that are doing that really where their moral compass is. Basically, they don't have it. They don't have one. So that's all I'm going to say about it, because if I start talking about it, then it means that this might get monetized one day, and I don't want to do that. So let's just hope he gets found. Let's just hope he gets found. Let's say, I bet they were good live. Yeah, that concert. I'm going to have to listen to that one, Morris. Vinny says, I'm not a fan of football, but I've been watching the England games because I'm having trouble sleeping. I watched for 5 minutes. Yeah, it's been a bit like that, Vinny. It's really been. The players have to take a big share of the blame. They're all on 200k plus a week. If they need told how to play, then the game is done. Do you not have to listen to your manager though, Alan? If you go against your manager, you get sent off. I think Gary Lineker said it really well. He said he's a very big fan of Harry Kane, but Harry Kane is in his 30s now, so he's not as quick with the high press or something. And then he comes back in to try and help. Comes back. As I said, I'm just trying to justify the chess side of it himself, so he comes in too deep. So then when they've got nobody to run it, so maybe it's a turn for Harry Kane to, I don't know, take a sidestep a little bit and change the tactic on it. I think might be the case. Any truth in the rumours that the missing lad could be with the girl who has already had a GoFundMe page? Yes. It's bonkers the cash. Look at what Liv have done to the game. Yeah, it's true. It's true. Great for Bryson the shot. Did Rory McIlroy? Did he gas it, or did the Shambo win it? Because I actually think the Shambo won it. I don't think he gassed it, McIlroy. I think he had. I think who was it? John Rahm was explaining the putts, and he said he had two of the hardest putts to finish on there. He said one of them might have been a mistake, but the second one was just almost like an impossible putt, because where the ball could have ended up. So I don't think he gassed it. Let's have a look. They said on TalkSport the other day, they said Southgate needs to go. True, who do you replace him with? I don't think he's a great manager at all, Eugene. I really don't. You know who beats England? The media building him right up for a failure. Media think England have the right to win every tournament. We've only won one World Cup 50 odd years ago. Do you know what it was, Mike? The first time I tasted disappointment was the hand of God. That was 1986, because I was 14. That's why I mistake. I keep on Webby's. I said 1984, but 1986. And since then, it's been boring. I'd rather we'd go out and absolutely play like these guys can play and lose. Because you think at least you've actually shown up and shown for a proper game. But unfortunately, it's a results-based business, and when it's results-based, it doesn't matter how they do it, as long as they get the points. I think that's the route that they're taking. But it's not pretty at all. I don't think it's pretty at all. There's a private experience page saying all sorts of what's right or wrongs. I don't know. Do you know what it is? I think what will happen there, Craigie, and for everybody else, when it all comes out in the wash, because I think it will do, then I think we'll have a long conversation about it, I think. But until then, let's just hope he's found. There is a heat wave coming to the UK this week. Whoop whoop. Lossiemouth is stunning. I have a customer up there. Magnificent golf course, and the beach is beautiful. How's the job going, Alan? How are we doing? You've just started your new job. Is it going okay? It looks stunning. I've got Lossiemouth up on my screen up on here, and it looks absolutely. Let's go to images actually. Images. It looks absolutely beautiful. Yeah, that's pretty, isn't it? Do you know what it is? You can't beat Great Britain when you've got the weather. When you've got the dunes look lovely. Yeah, when you've got the weather, it's just a stunning looking place. The unfortunate thing is you barely get the weather, do you? That's the thing. It's a bit east from the NC 500. Yeah, I've never really done any of that. I've been Edinburgh, Falkirk, Kilmarnock, Ardrossan. So I've been on that sort of level, and people said you need to go further north, but I never got the opportunity to go up that far north. So it's even a shame. Can you believe I never played St Andrews? Homer Golf, never played it. What a shame. They think the English commentators forgot there's another team on the park. Yeah, yes, true. When the manager says he hasn't replaced Calvin Phillips yet, does that mean Kobe Mainu and the lad from Palace? I just think they've got to change. They've just got to change something, and I'm just, we're 2 games in and it's not working, and it's got to change. But these are the words most probably of the pundits as well. So let's see how it goes. Yeah, Craig, it's true. I agree. Taylor Swift played in Wembley Stadium last night again. Have you seen how many people are going to see her? It's ridiculous. I couldn't name 3. I could name maybe 3 songs, but that's it. Also, I think Princess Charlotte went with Prince William and George, and they all got a selfie. So I saw that. I saw that this morning on social media. getting a tooth extracted tomorrow morning. What a start to the week. Not only had to wait 8 weeks, absolute joke. Ironically, I work for the NHS. Appointments here are so long. What's gone wrong? What has gone wrong? We've just sold out, haven't we? We've just sold out. Sold everything. We Scots have no malice towards English people. It's the media. Football is all about the banter and leg pulling. I think I watched your Iron Brew adverts and I thought they were brilliant. The Mineshaft. I thought it was very, very, very clever, very, very funny. You are taking the mick out of yourselves very, very well, and you're putting a great spirit in there. And I think that's what it should all be about. I genuinely do. And when the Scots turn up and they, to do the party, I think it's brilliant. And I just think the English want to be exactly the same, but the suppression of the team is just killing us. It's just killing the supporters. It's just like we're sat there watching. People must be in the stadium frustrated. We're sat there watching on TV going, "Oh my God, this is just garbage." Scotland did 2 back passes last week and went out for corners, and it's like, so what? At least they try. They're trying stuff, And he says we just fall asleep, as Vinny says, fall asleep. Yeah, totally agree with you, Carl. Totally agree. I think what it comes down to is there's a level of intelligence. I think it comes down to, and the older demographic like ourselves, who've seen it all and been there and seen it all before, have a better idea than young people who just think they see it for what it is and it isn't. By a heat wave of the media, it means the normal summer we all hope for. I saw another one the other day. They said, I hope summer falls on a weekday this year. On a weekend this year, not a weekday. I think it was. Iron Brew was spotting the adverts. Yeah. It would help if GPs did a 5-day week. It's crazy, isn't it? Moses on. Hi Moses, how are you? Hope you're doing okay, mate. Thank you very much for joining, guys. Sunday mornings. Hope we're doing okay. I was actually at the point of determining whether to carry this on or not at the moment, and there's no shame in that. It's the idea of it's here to try and help. You can see the initial jump. Any business starts off, it goes like that because out of initial curiosity, and then it'll drop, and then it goes back up again. That's the initial of how the business how it goes. And that's the same with everything that anybody does, and that's the same with this, for instance. So I was just wondering how this is actually working and how it's and I was at a point this morning. I was like, I'm not sure whether it's actually going to have an effect, because as always, I don't mind doing a live, I don't mind talking, I never shut up me, but it just needs to be there for somebody to for people to help if it helps people, and that's the idea. So I'm not too sure about it yet. So the jury's still out on this one. Let's have a look. Are we all okay this week? It's been quiet in Discord, so I hope we're all fine this week and on the stress of the football. Do you know how Discord works? I think that's another one as well. That I just think it's an extension of what's here. I just don't know if it works. The idea was to try and maybe get people across onto it to try and keep more of a 24/7 thing going. I don't know if it works. I don't think it does. So I don't know. We'll have to see how it plays out, really. Goedemorgen, heerlijk weertje here in Holland at last. Good morning, beautiful weather here in Holland at last. Lineker, we were just talking about the Dutch football fans, how they're having a great time in Germany, going backwards and forwards. Maybe start a topic and let there's a thing just passing on there. Let's have a look. Because I'm reading it off a laptop, I've got this like heart emoji. There you go, let the guys respond. Yeah, true. Yeah, Trish, that's not a bad idea. The UK is broken, all services are failing, Brexit and misgoverned. Do you know what it is? And you've got an election coming up, haven't you? It's like, which poison pond do you drink from this time? And that's, man, me and Shelley take a stance that we can't talk about stuff like that. And the reason why we can't talk about stuff like that is because it feels like we're finger pointing, because we're not in the country anymore. So we're going, yeah, and this and that. And it's like, it's not right for us to do that. So we have our views, but it's just not the right thing to do. But honestly, I really feel for it. It's I really feel for the country. It's just it's not the country I grew up in really anymore. But the question is, can you? It's like a big ship, isn't it? Can you turn the ship? I don't know, but I don't want to get into it because it's just, as I said, it's not really for us to. I've got a massive amount of views and thoughts on it, but I just don't think it's right for us to do it from this position here. If I was in the pit with you, you know, if we're in the ring with you guys, then I've got no problems with it. I think that's what it comes down to. Let's have a look. Support costs nothing. Still seems most people can't afford it. Siobhan says, I wonder if you invited people to email you in advance and discuss your advice. Perhaps you've done it. Yeah, I have done that, Siobhan. I've just said to people, you know, if you're more than welcome. In fact, what I'll do is I'll stick an email address in there now. And I'll pin it when it comes up there. I've pinned an email address up there for you, for anybody really. And if you're watching this on catch up and you fancy, you know, just want to send it, you know, something over to have a discussion on, we can do that. I've got no problems at all with that, because that's the idea. There's 62 people on, and there's most probably about 20 people chatting, so there's 40 people watching in the background. Good morning. But if you want to do it that way, then it might work. Thanks, Siobhan. It's a group thing really. I'm the host. I'm not the driver. I'm the host. It's just good for people just to talk if their feelings down. I just need to chat. It means it's working, Rick. I believe it will slowly grow. Thanks, mate. Thanks, Morris. Thank you so much. I honestly feel like not voting. What's the point? They're all as bad as each other. Yeah, I get it, Mike. Yeah, I get it. To see the crowd all in orange. Lineker, it was brilliant. It made me day this morning. I've seen it, and it's like the British are reporting it, saying the Dutch are causing an earthquake in Germany because the way it works. You know, and I went looking for the song, and the song's Links Rechts, and it was on a Bollicher, I think it is. And it's an 8-year-old song, but then I saw 2 years ago, he did Koningsdag in Breda, I think it was. And they had the cameras high up, and they saw them doing it again. It's like the Iceland, you remember the clap? And it's like that, I think. It's just a new one for this year. I think it'll take off. I think it'll get bigger and bigger, that. I think as Holland progresses through the tournaments, I think the cameras will go onto the crowd, and you'll see the crowds all doing it backwards and forwards. Great song, great party song, very happy atmosphere. It definitely put a smile on my face. And if you're feeling a bit down, go and take a look at it again. Links Rechts, and go and have a look at them live. It's funny, very, very good. I'm only sorry that Screaming Lord Such has gone. God, you remember him? But I still vote the Monster Party can't be any worse. It's so true. He was a bloke in my day as a kid growing up that you saw on the TV, Screaming Lord Such. Voting for Sunak or Starmer is like choosing between. It is. Hi Nikki, how are you? I'm actually sat in the background, and to me this vlog is more like your 2 PM Sunday chat. Hope you don't mind my feedback, Rick. No, Nikki, not at all. Not at all. The thing about it is, I always feel that on this is you've got to talk about the colour of the curtains if nobody wants to talk about anything serious, and then hopefully then something serious will then come through and then come in. I'm not a qualified person. I'm also pretty much in agreement with you a little bit as well, Nikki, I think. I'm not a qualified person to generate a topic and then pretend I've got a knowledge on something that I don't have. So I think that's the reason why I think it's like this. At the beginning of the week, ask for different subjects to talk through on Sunday. Good idea. I think I might do that, Sharon. I think what I might do is I put a community post up on the Monday and just see about it and see what people can do. See if people want to, try and do it and see if they want to make something out of it. As I said, it's an investment of time which I don't have no issues with in the slightest. It's just our Sundays, quite relaxed really. But I don't want to just do something like what Nikki says. It's something that's already happening anyway. So there's no point in that. I want to try and keep it different. Try and get a doctor's appointment in the UK. You need to be like a ninja to get past the receptionist who generally thinks they are a doctor. Do you know what it is? Many a true word is said in jest, and I think that's a very, very true word that you just mentioned. Scottish schools come off on Friday for the summer holidays. Yeah, flying in. Yeah, my daughter's coming over actually. She's coming over for 3 months, and she's coming over on the 7th of July, I think. So, because she's finishing as well, college and that, so she's coming over. The men's room is for you all to talk. That was the reason. I shared my story last week and used my name. I want to inspire others to share. Yeah, I agree with that, Vinny. I absolutely agree with that. It's that's the idea of it really, and it was a great story that you shared, and it was a great moment as well. I think, is it Natalie that she was on? I didn't realise she was on, but it was it was really, really good. Manchester Airport power cut causing cancelled flights. Yeah. Like all public platforms, it's open to talk or just chat. If people aren't happy with the content, switch off. It's that easy. That's the other side of it, Alan. Yeah, that's the other side of it as well. But the thing is, if it gets too samey as what we do on a Sunday at 2:00, then there's no point of it. Me and Shelley, we talk a lot about, we invest a lot in our channel, in the main channel, and we talk a lot about it. And we say, stuff like, should we do a Sozzle box? And it's like, no, because there's no point. There's nothing on TV that everyone's behind. If it's like Britain's Got Talent final or the Eurovision or something like that, there's a lot of people watching. Even an England game. There's a thought, Shelley. She's not even listening. An England game, and just watching and just watch the dire that goes through it. There's a possibility of doing it, but I don't want to keep everything doing the same. I want it to have different lanes, and the idea of this is to have that lane where it can help. But I think if people are still not going to come and talk, then it's going to be, and I'm talking about proper talk, I'm not talking about just like colour the curtains talk, like proper talk. It's going to go into it's just going to fizzle out. And I think that's, we were talking with Craig before, he was talking about Discord. I think we've got to get this up and running really before Discord will get even a chance of it. So I just think it's interesting. Everything's interesting. Have a nice Sunday. Also for Shelley Tottings. Let's have a look. Anne's on. Hi Rick and everyone watching in the background. We're packing to go home tomorrow. Safe journey, Anne. It was nice seeing you yesterday. It was nice to spend some time with you and David yesterday. We can email our doctors between 8 a.m. and 10 a.m. I did, and 30 minutes later I had a call. 4 hours later I was in the doctor's, faster than what I thought I'd get an appointment. That's really good, Carl. That's really good. I know when I had the shingles here, I went into a chemist and I said, have you got something? I think I've been bit by a spider bite or by mosquitoes. And she saw it and she went, no, that's shingles that. You need to go to the doctors. So that was at 11 o'clock and I was in the doctor's by 2:30. But I think the amount of people on the island is because of that, because it's not the island's not overpopulated. Even though it is overpopulated with tourists, actually people living here, it's not overpopulated who actually use the services. So I think the services are very, very good. So I think that was the reason why. Yeah, time's flown. Yeah, it really has. It's 11 a.m. There's 55 of you watching. You're coughing well. Shelley?
What?
You're coughing well.
Yeah.
Still got it. You feeling any better?
Yeah.
Oh, she's feeling better, which is good. That's good. As I said to you, the men's room is an idea. It's the fourth one, which actually means it's been going a month. It's been going a month. And to see how it works, to see if it helps people, to see if it moves on, if people can reach out and want to chat to us. I checked all my emails this morning. There was nothing. Nobody contacted us with anything this morning. And if they haven't contacted us, it's like there's not really much else that we can talk about from there to go through with it. So here's a question for you, Alan Fraser. What are your chances tonight? What are your chances tonight? You are playing. Who are you playing tonight? Hungary, is it? You're playing Hungary? What are your chances? Are you going through? Let's have a look. Shelley set the Palms on Friday was magnificent. Shelley is saying you're fantastic on Friday.
Thank you.
But Vinny says you sound like his granddad who smokes 40 Woodbines.
Yes, I feel
She feels like that. Hey Keith, how are you? How are you doing? Friday was nice. We turned up there on Friday. It was on the Palms on Golf del Sur. Chris and Becky have ran the place. This was really interesting actually, because Chris and Becky only took the place over about 2.5 years ago, and they've put a lot of time and effort into it. And they don't watch this, but they watch the main channel. And I said, "How's it going?" And they went, "Oh man, it's hard. It is hard." I went, "Really?" Went, "Oh yeah." They've got a bar, big area. And they went, "Yeah, we got rid of all the staff. We had to get rid of the staff." I'm like, "Why? What's wrong with it?" He said, "You don't get anything out of it. You don't get any money out of it." I said, "We're spending out $6,000 in wages a month, and then it just all disappears." So all the stuff we were doing just wasn't working. And I'm listening to them. So I'm saying, "You're doing it all yourself now, yes?" And it's like, "What time do you shut?" I said, "Oh, when it finishes, when people leave." When people leave, I went, yeah, about You know, it could be 11, half 11, 12. And what time do you start? I said, well, we do breakfast in the morning from like 9:30, 10. I'm like, my God, you are living here. You are living here. And he said, yeah, we took an extra day off now, so we do 5 days a week. And you've got these two people who, with the life solar parties out and about and everything, they've now literally tied to a bar. And I said to Shelley, I said, I'm so glad. I am so, so glad we never took that bar on. Because it was, even though it was like an amazing dream, an amazing idea, it was just like, well, I'm looking at how our future could have panned out when I looked at them. And God bless, Chris and Becky, if you're watching, you understand the conversation we had. And I do wish you all the best with it, but I am so, you know, on a personal point of view, it was like, that could have been us, that could have been our direction as well with it, which is weird. Finished, I got Belgium and Sweet at stake in work, and that was a game worth watching last night. It was good, wasn't it? Yeah, I saw a bit of that as well. Maria ran for a doctor's appointment, 8 in the morning. She was number 3 in the queue. By 11, she was still number 3 in the queue. Shut up. Really? That's awful. Moses, one person can make a difference. Thanks for being one of them. Oh, mate. Thank you very much, sir. That's very, very kind of you. That is extremely kind of you, Moses. Thank you so, so much. If Scotland turn up and match the passion and intensity from the support, I'd expect us to win. It'll be close, 2-1 Scotland. Good luck. Good luck with it. Good luck. Cheers, mate. Moses, very, very kind of you. Didn't expect any of that. That was very, very, very nice words. Very nice. Thank you so much. I hope you get through, Alan. I genuinely hope you get through. I used to use in a set and, when I used to stand up on stage, and I used to use it as like I've worked in Scotland and I speak Scottish and all that sort of stuff. And the one thing I said to them, I said, you just, as an Englishman, that you don't understand is the passion that Scotland have for their country and for their flag and for the fact that they are Scottish, and it's absolutely second to none. You don't have that in the UK, in England at all. You don't have it. You literally just have, you find it, you literally the moment you cross the border and you see the sign, the Scottish flags and the sign, and you just know you're there, and it's like, wow. And then I used to walk into the dealerships and chat to the people. It was fantastic, absolutely amazing. Great place. I mean, tough place, but great place. So, no, I wish you all the best with it. A friend of mine has a bar in Lanzarote called the Motown Bar, but he co-owns it. That's how you run a bar. Yeah, I can imagine. Yeah. Does anyone else? I needed to move on that chat because my chat gets the first. There you go. Does anyone else feel like jacking working, selling up, and just taking a gap decade? I think we did. Did we not do that? We just took a. Do you know what it is? If you can't change the situation, change the situation. We just did. We just took that decision, and it's very easy to be 6 years, coming up 6 years down the line saying, yeah, we did that. We had a lot of help. I had a lot of help. I had help from my sister who lives here, my mum who lives here. I had a lot of help from Shelley, who had experience here on a previous scale as well. And at certain times in the first year, I could have gone back 10 times back to the UK, I think. Most probably in the first year, I could have gone back 10 times, I think. Because it was just too tough. It was far too tough. And it was only through chatting with Shelley and family that told us to stay here. And now I don't look back. I genuinely don't look back. It's a fantastic. I'm very fortunate to be one of those people to say that I feel very privileged the way we live and what we do, and you know where we're at in our lives. And it's something you've got to go through all that stuff to get to this. It was funny last night at the Stakes, we were flicking through TikTok, just sat here, and 6 uncomfortable questions came up to ask, to start conversations. And one of the questions was, would you change anything to be where you are now? And the answer is no, most probably not, because otherwise we wouldn't be here. That's the thing that it comes down to. Very soon, says Moses, nice one. We try to be proud in England, but we are not allowed. Scotland and Wales display their flags everywhere. We get labelled if we do. That is so true, Vinny. That is so true. It really is. It's a right strange world we live in. Do you know when the minority, you can have majorities and minorities, but when the minority has the majority voice, whereas the majority should be humble. It's weird. It's a strange one. As I said, I don't want to get into it because it's just. You got views, and as I said, when you're not in the ring or in the, you're not on the front line, it's difficult to talk really without having a privileged position, which I don't want to do. I think all the home nations are every bit as nationalistic than any other. The issue with England is the expectation level is much greater. I don't agree, Alan. I don't. Is it? Or is it just me that's my expectation level is not much greater? I think my expectation level isn't. As I said before, I'd rather go out and lose and play spectacular and lose. I really would. We've played fantastic up front, but we've left ourselves open at the back. What a shame. It doesn't matter. I'd rather that happen and see some football rather than the way they play at the moment. I think it is. But maybe the country does have that. There's an expectation level. But the expectation should not be higher because the amount of money they're on, Alan. Mr. B's on, just joining from the background. Got a beautiful final day, Mr. B. The weather is shining. It is a glorious day. It's a glorious day out here today. I've been out early this morning walking the dog, and it was a nice. Well, the dog ruined it, but it was a nice walk. I was enjoying that walk as well. Been doing Spanish as well. It's ridiculous learning Spanish. I'm for the last 2 months now. I was talking with Shelley last night about it. The problem you've got. And this is the problem. When you want to learn Spanish, you actually have to relearn English to understand what you're learning in Spanish. And what I mean is you've got to learn what an infinitive is, what a conjugation is, what an imperfect tense is, a preterite tense is, what a subjunctive is, what an indicative is, and it is conditional tenses, and you've just got, if you can remember, it's getting there, it's going in, but that's the reason why people stop on learning languages, because it's just, you've got to remember what those are in English first of all, to then to be able to translate them into Spanish before you can actually start being fluent in Spanish. And that's what I found probably the most difficult thing. So much so that I keep going back over. I go back over the lessons as well, because I think it's in, it's done, it's in. And then a week and a half later, right, let's do it again just to make sure we get it. But I'll get it. I'll definitely get it. We try to be proud. There you go. Webby's wife Dawn talks a good story. She shoots from the hip. When Dawn talks, you listen. I'll have to look at that, Andy. I'll have to look at that. I helped out. Webby asked us if I could do his 15 questions, and I'm not, as I said, I'm not the biggest of footballers. I'm a fan, but I'm not a big footballer in that essence. And I did it for him as well, and it was interesting. It's good. I like Webby. He's a good lad. He's a good lad. I have lots of family and friends and colleagues based in England. I've had many happy times south of the border. Oh, that's good, Alan. I'm pleased to that. I'm pleased. It's there's definitely a mental shift, mental difference between the English and the Scottish that I found as well. Which it was. I got into Scotland, and the people. It was nice to see the passion and the pride. Was nice. Vinny, you get labelled in Scotland if you are patriot, but not an SNP. Those bagpipes definitely help. I'm also very British. I'm just proud for all we are as a tiny nation. Good call, Mel. Good call. I expect nothing. If we didn't win in the days of Beckham, Gaza, Michael Owen, and the other legends, then we have no chance now. Yeah, I know what you're saying, but these lads, did they not win? Did they not win the younger 17s won the World Cup or the Euros or something like that? And these are a lot coming through the ranks now. Ian, that's hard for Maria. Yeah, absolutely. It's incredible. I hope Maria's all right, by the way. Ian. The fact of the matter is, it's just better teams. Yeah, true. Very much so. Yeah, there is. We'll have to see how it all pans out and how it all plays out. I'm not too sure how it's going to, how it'll play out. I'm sure we'll get slaughtered one day when a big team comes along. We'll get absolutely slaughtered. Nothing to do with the flag, it's just the skill and the cohesion of the team on the day. Yeah, very true, very true. I'd say what I'm going to do, guys, as I said in my head, what I tend to do is, even though I'm reading, talking, I'm also thinking as it's going on. I'm just going to put a stop to this one. We're back on at 2 o'clock anyway this afternoon. I've got a vlog. I've moved it to 7 o'clock tonight because of the football, because it's a long vlog and I didn't want it to clash into the Scottish game. So the vlog tonight, the premiere is going to be 7 o'clock. I'm going to take on board the words of Nikki. I'm going to take on the words of some of the ladies in there that they've put in there, Siobhan as well. Thank you. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to stick a post out on a Monday and see if there's any interest of any email of what people want to talk about, and if there's anything that we want to discuss as we go into it. I don't want this to go down the same direction as a Sunday afternoon live, because we've already got that, you know, and that's really nice. We have a great time on that, and it's largely jokey. Moses, I want to thank you so much for what you've said, and it's very true. I still believe there's genuinely something here. I genuinely believe there's something here, but I don't believe this is it. I believe it needs to. I think it needs to go in a direction that works, because I'm not sure if this direction works. Yeah, Webby Sunday Walks, even though I like Paul, Dawn is the star. She talks about the hard times in Tenerife. I'll have to have a listen to that, Andy. I'll have to have a listen to that. Sporting rivalry is good, however we are better as a United Kingdom. This little country needs to get rid of the guilt that has been foisted upon us recently. We've done a lot of good things as well. Yes, absolutely. Can we don't attend private care? Moses, yeah, it's you know, I just think this needs a different direction to go in. I'm gonna have a think about it over the next couple of days and see which way it goes with it. Hi Jackie, good afternoon, good morning. I'm going to leave you with this. I'm going to say to the people who believe in it, thank you very much. I appreciate it, because we're the ones that need to drive this. And for the people who've already shared the stories, I really appreciate that. Thank you so much. I'm going to leave you with this. And if for those around at 2 o'clock, we'll have a chat at 2. And it'll be a different style of conversation as always. And we've got a premiere at 7 this evening. Scotland, good luck. People watching catch up, I hope you don't need it because you've already won. And I'll see you this afternoon, okay? I'll see you through the week. Thank you very much. Cheers, guys. Enjoy your day. All the best.